Let's see. I had an intro. Let me see. Flipping through the Rolodex. Oh, right. Hey, gang, this is Stormy, and welcome to This Is My Family's modded server. We're running Texit, TEKXIT 3, if I recall correctly. It's a big mod pack. We've been playing it for a little bit now, just as a family. We have the server through MC Pro Hosting, and yeah, it's just the four of us, and then one of my son's closest friends. This wall is temporary. So yeah, I figured I would show you guys some of the stuff we've done on the server, and update you guys. It's been a long time, I know, and I apologize. And anybody who has stuck with me and is watching this, I appreciate it. You more than I can say. Um, Real life took my attention span in a pretty big way. In January of 2019, my mom got the swine flu, H1N1. Um, it's a freak thing. Uh, she lives in a tiny town. She goes literally two places, the little tiny grocery store and the post office, and she managed to get swine flu. But anyway, she ended up in the hospital in intensive care for a few weeks. We thought we were going to lose her. We didn't. She was transferred after a few weeks in intensive care in northern Arizona. She was transferred to a skilled nursing facility in Phoenix, Arizona. Um, and she tried to get better, tried to recover, but she was unable. Couldn't get off the trach, couldn't quite get out of the nursing facility and go home. And in beginning of September, this past September, she lost the battle, and my mother passed away. Um, Severe COPD and COVID. She got COVID, and well, it wouldn't have killed her except she was already pretty damn sick. So that's the hard thing. But the whole time my mom was sick, I was, running back and forth to Phoenix to visit her, and that's about 4.5 hours away from where I lived at the time. I have also moved. Um, it's been a hectic year. But yeah, so that just took, I just didn't have the heart or the energy to record. My family just took everything kind of that I had. I'm doing okay, and I've been doing okay. Don't misunderstand. It's just mostly, you have 16 real life things that take your energy throughout the day, and phone calls, and worry, and concern, and fear. It's a little bit hard. Um, but also, as kind of I guess, a brighter side, in December of 2019, my husband and I bought a house. It's out in the woods. I have a fun video planned for that, um, to show that off. But we do live out in the woods. We live like 10 minutes from town. And when I say town, I mean the same tiny town that my mother lived in and that I grew up in. Um, there's a few hundred people. There's like 20 kids in my son's eighth grade class, and that is the whole of the eighth grade class in town. Not eighth grade. Oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't watch this. He's in ninth grade, y'all. He's a freshman this year. um, so we did that. We have 4 acres, fenced and dogs, and I was outside right before I started recording this, and I heard a woodpecker in the tree. I have so many birds and rabbits and um, things. It's pretty cool. We do live out in the woods. I am hoping this uploads with any kind of reliability. One big thing when we moved out here was figuring out how to get internet out here. Happily, the people that we bought the house from, the guy was a ham radio enthusiast and left, along with the house, we got a 60-foot antenna with it, that we were able to swing into some internet. So, legally, all legal. This is the house I built. This part of it's kind of weird, and I'm not real sure how to blend that better, but I wanted to do that. There's a lot of mods in this mod pack. I run it on the Technic launcher. Yes, because my computer won't run the Twitch mod launcher for whatever reason. It has a problem. And curses iffy. Anyway, this is Mana Glass. My daughter showed me how to make that. This is the house I built. The tree is on fire, so I could make sure that fire spread was turned off because I wanted to decorate with lava. Little clock ticks. It's kind of cozy and homey. Kitchen with refrigerator and food and stuff. That cooks stuff. Here's some extra stuff. Oh, petals and dyes and stuff. Yeah. So, let's see. My daughter graduated from high school last May. She was one of the Rona seniors. She is working on the process to enroll in online community college for video game design. There's a community college about an hour away from here that does online classes for that. So she's working with the advisors, getting that nailed down and dialed in. This is our downstairs storage room. We have a lot of crap. As is normal common in this mod, it has a lot of crap. And my son, like I said, he's a freshman here in Ash Fork. They have a blue ribbon program. Trash chest, I don't know yet how that works exactly. They're a blue ribbon school. They weren't when I was here, but they have improved. Armory. Kind of proud of this. I think it turned out kind of cute. So let's see. He's doing school. He's doing great. My husband still works for the railroad. He is a responder, which means when the trains break down, he goes out and he's basically AAA. The train is out on the main line and they have a problem and they call my husband and he goes out and fixes the problem or tells them that they need to take the train elsewhere. That's what he does. And he still does that, but he transferred. That's why we moved. Here's the bedroom. Love all this little furniture. Little, look like Zelda sword stands. Bathroom. Bathroom, yes, bathroom. Very clean, very shiny. Yes, yes. Never gets used. Funny that. It's my husband's corridor. He's been messing with the Ender IO stuff because of the gear you can get through it. So let's see. We moved. I guess I could show you guys. I've been digging a giant crater because it's Minecraft and that's what you do. Oh, well, let me show you guys the downstairs. Sorry, I'm a little bit disorganized. There's, like, I'm just trying to give you guys kind of a tour and, and update you guys, but it makes it a little bit hard. There's a lot to, this is our little tool room. So I put the tools in this little nook over here. This is a pocket dimension. It's one that anybody can go in. There's some that, like, only the people who have it can go in. We've done some Twilight Forest stuff. We need to finish the Ergast. There's my Botania thingy. Some stuff. I don't do a lot with Botania, but it's a very cool mod. It's just got a lot of steps. Oh, yeah, this is a tree from the Twilight. Oh, I thought that was a real skeleton for a minute. It's a freaking statue. I put it there. I should know that. This thing is pretty cool. You can make books. Enchanted books. We made mending books. These we haven't figured out quite how to use. There's a lot to this mod, and it's going to take us time to parse out all the different parts of it. We do like the reliquary stuff, like the Sojourner's Staff. This thing will throw torches like a long way, and then it auto-absorbs when you pick them up, unless you turn that off. A lot of cool stuff. There's a Phoenix Down. Anybody who played Final Fantasy or any number of other RPGs, I suppose. Phoenix Down does that. This lets me fall. Like, I can fall basically as much hunger as I have. And I haven't figured out, it's not one for one. I haven't figured it out. But I can fall from great heights, and it is very fun to do. I fall, I don't take damage, it's glorious. Downstairs, Laura, there's a downstairs. So, yeah, I've been, my husband and I have a small side business, IRL, selling firewood, with the permit. We got the permits, it's all legal. Just, here and there, in his off time I help. So I'm in, like, great shape. I have killer arms because I've been helping with the wood selling business. Roy made those doors. Neat. I haven't actually seen this. He came in and dug this part of it out. He's doing something with this. But the storage room I built a while back, it's supposed to look kind of dank and dark. It's opened up right now, but it's half slabbed so I could leave it dark and monsters couldn't spawn. Um, and then this is cold storage because there's so much food in this mod. It's ridiculous how much food there is. So, cold storage. Seed vault. Can't really see it because my way markers. Map points. Map waypoints. There we go. Um, so, yeah. Pretty snifty there, Roy. Did good job. My dog is behind me. He is rattling his empty food bowl. If you hear something, please try to ignore him, as I am. When his food bowl gets empty, he sits there and paws at it, and it rattles, because it's just a little plastic bowl. Um, I'll show you guys the giant hole I'm digging because it's Minecraft and I want to dig a giant hole, and thus there's a giant hole being dug. This was actually where a meteorite had landed. If you look at the map, there was, because this mod has meteorites that fall and land. It was right here, and I dug it all out and then re-terraformed this. I'm rather pleased. It turned out pretty nice, I think, if I do say so myself. Oh, right, I don't have my... I was going to try to fly, but I don't have my ring bound anymore because I accidentally screwed up all my key mappings. I wanted to cry. So, but I fixed this all up. This is more of that thing we're working on. It's mostly lit. There's that little sandbar over there that isn't lit up. This is it's just an island, as you can see. It's where Roy and I live. Don't let my sparse map fool you. What happened is we had to update our version and our maps and waypoints got deleted. So I've actually explored a lot more than it looks like I have, but I can't prove it. You'll just have to take my word for it. And then down here is a giant hole. So yeah, been doing that and feeding birds. I have birds, lots of wildlife outside. I put down food for the birds. Here's a giant hole. I screwed up the beacon, and that ledge right there is where the beacon stops reaching because I moved it from up there to down here. I did not do this the most efficient way possible, and I knew that, and I didn't care. I'm just going to say that. I had the beacon up top, and it eventually stopped reaching, and I was like, well, yeah, of course it did. So I moved it down here, but when I did that, I moved it over, so it stopped reaching over there. So I'm going to have to scoot it over, so I can reach that. And then we're just going to dig it up to the surface, and I'm going to line it with bedrock or obsidian or some damn thing and make it an arena. So I mostly just wanted to dig a hole. Okay? I've been listening to... Hi, Becca, you startled me. She has Terra Steel armor, is very proud of it. Whoa. Yeah. Giant hole. Diggy hole. Listening to something called the Magnus Archives. It's like a horror podcast, and I've been listening to that with my daughter. So I like to use that while I, cut things around, and I like it. So, you can ignore the mess because it's just a hole I'm digging. But I mean, what else would you do with a a beacon? We have not fought a wither. This mod pack, beacons are in some of the loot chests you can get. I think we've managed to accumulate 3 of them. And I was like, balls it, build a beacon. You can make these stone steps, which are pretty cool. Let's see, what else? What else? There's a new Vex map. I don't know if you guys have heard. Delania. Super Hostile Delania. I will be playing that. I was just kind of making sure all of my mods worked properly and everything. And then Vex let me know that he was working on updating it. And I think it's done being updated, but I had family, my brother and sister-in-law came to visit for Thanksgiving. It's a very small group, very compliant, but, to that end, thankfully, we have all been healthy. The school that Jaden goes to is very small, like I said, so that helps a lot. Whoa. I think in terms of just like protecting, the kids being safer. They follow guidelines as recommended by the Arizona governor. For anybody who didn't know or forgot, I live in Arizona. And yeah, so that's what's happening there. But thankfully, I mean, my mom got sick, but I hadn't seen her. Like, she was in a nursing facility, so I didn't get to see her for months, and then she passed. That kind of sucks, but I mean, it's not just me. There are a lot of people in that position, sadly, and well, it sucks for everybody. So yeah, but like I said, my mom being sick and all that, I just, it was hard, but she's not sick anymore. That brings a lot of comfort. Um, and I slowly feel like some kind of, like mental clarity is starting to come back. When you have a parent, my mother and I were close, and when you have somebody you love uh, in that position, it takes a toll on your energy and your focus. And my attention span just basically went to shit. I think my 5-year-old niece has a better attention span than I do. Where did you come from? Um, so I'm hoping that will settle back now, and my brain will stop trying to do everything but what I want it to do most of the time. Also, pirate ships in this mod. There's pirate ships. So the channel. Like I said, I am planning to play the Vex map. I'm going to play the first little bit of it on my own to make sure again that the mods are functioning, because it is a modded map, which is unique, and I'm curious to see what he did with it. So yeah, I will be playing that on here. Um, Also, my daughter asked if I would play Infernal Mines with her. Um, so just for fun, but it might be something I could put up if you guys wanted to see that. Um, and let's see what else. Yeah, I glossed over this ravine right here. I think it kind of looks cool. Didn't take me near as long as I thought it would. Um, uh, we've got this mod has the critter nets, so I've been going around catching critters from other places. There's lots of critters in this mod. This is one of those, yeah, rainbow oak from the Twilight Forest. Um, guess I could hop in the well, no, I don't want to. Here's the reason. Because every so often, for some reason, we think it's my computer having gremlins. When I change dimensions, I get booted off the server, and I don't want to fuck up my recording. So, but I can show you guys that if you want to see. There's not much to see there. All my waypoints are still gone from the Twilight Forest, so I can't show you. We took a mushroom castle and made it part of it a little base for us. I went around and fixed all the ponds and stuff. I live way out in the damn woods, so I am a combination of busy as crap, and also I have a lot of time on my hands. I haven't quite figured out how those two things happen together. It's like, I don't know, but somehow, but I am happy. I do like where I live. Um, I did move back to my hometown where I grew up, small town. Maybe 1,000 people. Very small town, very very small town. There's like one small grocery store here, a couple of small restaurants. Oh, we have a Family Dollar. Like the only actual store we have here that is a chain that is not like a Chevron station is Family Dollar. So but we have a oh hey, I got a purple chick. Awesome. Amazing. We have a Safeway. I think it's Vaughn's back east. Whatever that is. But we have one of those big grocery store about 25 minutes away. So that's where we go when we want to go shopping, is we go there to do big shopping. For just general household stuff, I go to Family Dollar because it's, 10 minutes away. So I know pretty much everybody here. It's been strange coming back. My mom, we started working on this whole process before my mom got sick. It's just, she got sick and went into the hospital before we were able to get here to move closer to her. But it's nice to be back. I know a lot of people here, and just about everybody here knew my mom. So, I go to the store or anything, people ask, a lot of people will ask me how I'm doing and all that. It's hard, but it's also good. I don't think there's anywhere else I'd rather live right now, to be honest. I need another piece of wood for that right there. I just don't like this ridge up here. I have never liked this ridge up here, and I can dig it while we're talking. So that's what's been doing. Bought a house, moved. My mom died. Rebecca graduated. My son went into high school. Um, my husband transferred. We lived in two separate towns for a while, for about a year. Last year before we got moved over here. Um, just things like that. It's been crazy, weird. Uh, last last December we signed the closing papers and bought the house that we live in. But we still had the house in Winslow that we had been living in. But we didn't really want to pay rent on that plus a mortgage on, well, the house that we bought. So Rebecca and I decided to move into a small one bedroom apartment till she could graduate from high school and, and then move to Ash Fork and whatever. Um, we lived in the apartment for we were roommates for roughly, oh, I don't know, 3 weeks. And then the pandemic hit and we came, what it was, she went on spring break from her school. And so we came down here for spring break. The pets were down here. There was no reason for her and I to stay in little dinky apartments. So we came down here to be with my husband and son. And, well, schools closed and we never went back. We just never went back. Once they said that schools were closed for the rest of the year last year, Roy and I went to the apartment. It took us a few hours. We packed up the few things that Rebecca and I had been using, while we lived there, and we moved here. We went to Winslow for the graduation parade they had. They couldn't do, of course, regular graduation, but we took part in that. And that was all very nice. But yeah, it was very surreal. The pandemic. I've had people ask if we moved because of the pandemic. The pandemic had absolutely nothing to do with us moving. It just so happened to be at the same time. Now, I suppose the bright side to that is that I had a ton of Oh, thank you. A ton of boxes that had been in storage for years that I had to sort out, clean out. So I certainly had stuff to keep me occupied. But the reality is where we live, we're so isolated anyway, it's not hard to just not go anywhere. I'm not walking distance to anything. I think it's like 5.5 miles to town. You could walk to town from here if you really wanted to. I don't walk anywhere, so I don't know why the hell you'd want to. But, you could. Um, let's see. Sorry, my throat is being its normal fall self. I apologize. I am not sick, I swear. Um, Man, I lose my voice every fall. I start having problems with my throat. It's allergies, according to the doctor. It just is what it is. But this is not a comfortable time for me to be out in public clearing my throat and being hoarse. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. Um, it's like, sit there and try to, wow, I'm having good luck. Try to discreetly clear my throat behind my mask, and it's like, it's really, if anybody's actually listening, they'll think I'm trying to start my motors or something. Racers, start your engines. That would be like a little two-cylinder engine. Um, but yeah, so I am gonna so coming up the pipeline is the new Vex map. I am going to do an IRL thing to show you guys kind of where we live because it's pretty cool area. I think you guys would enjoy it. Again, I'm sorry if you've hung out, this long and you're here. I appreciate it. I do. It's kind of hard. It's to just kind of go back when it's been so long, but that's all right. So, but I am going to end this video. I don't know how well my uploading is going to work, so I'm going to not make this video very long. 20 minutes seems good. Yeah, it's kind of a funky little house I built, but I was trying to get it to match the kind of landscape of the island and not have to. Okay, I never get hung up there. What the actual hell, game? Um, I kind of like it though. It's kind of cozy. You can sit on the couch here. I'm gonna dismount the couch. Okay, great. Um, yeah, it's fun. I really like it. So here's stuff and oh, it's a tiny potato. It does stuff. It dances when you click on it. It's adorable. Rebecca gave me that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Real life video, Vex map, and possibly Infernal Minds with my daughter. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. And I should really, really, technology permitting, be uploading on a much more regular basis again because I have missed this and I have missed you guys. So, really. Anyway, everybody, take care. Bye now.